So, I'm still broke and I'm still depressed and I'm still tired and overwhelmed. But honestly, at that point, for my own mental health, I need to bake something. Although I do need to bake something just to feel alive again, to feel, at least some sort of happy again. I still do not really have money for ingredients and such. So it's really complicated. I did not have money for my hair either, so I did what I could with what I had, which still nice, but not perfect. We'll have to do with what we have, but yeah, it's not perfect. So I went through my easy little baggie and I picked out all of the recipes that I could do with ingredients that I have at home, because I just don't have the money to just invest in ingredients right now. So it's either stuff that I already have home or I don't bake. Incredibly, I had like 6 or 7 recipes that I could do. A lot of them used a lot of eggs, which is not ideal because eggs cost money and not really an option. So I narrowed it down to 2 recipes. The first of which is Divinity, which is a macaroon, a kind of macaroon, but kind of a macaroon that you don't bake. So it's an Italian meringue with the added element of having corn syrup in it, and it sucks because corn syrup is like $15 a bottle, and replacing it is gonna be a bitch. I honestly don't think I can do that. Maybe with glucose syrup, but not certain. It's just not the same chemically. So I'm going to go the safest route and use corn syrup. Apart from that, it's pretty simple recipe. It does not actually bake, which is not very reassuring because a meringue that you just let dry for 24 hours, I do not think is going to do anything but a giant mess. Why not bake it? Like, why not? Meringues are good, but they're baked. So like, I know it's going to be safe to eat because Italian meringues, the syrup is hot enough to cook the eggs, so it's safe. But still, it's going to be very liquid. At best, after 12 hours of drying, it's going to be sticky. A sticky mess. So I'm not exactly convinced by the recipe. If it does not work out after like 12 hours, it's not like dry and eatable, I'm probably just going to bake them because they're called confections. They're not called macarons because you don't bake them. It calls for chopped pecans, which I had, which was nice. I bought some chopped pecans a couple months ago actually, and I still have some, so it's good. And some chopped dried candied cherries or any dried candied fruit. I do have cherries, but they don't taste like anything but sugar, and not inspired. I knew that mostly they're just sugar and food coloring. As I was saying, my candied cherries are mostly sugar and food coloring, and I don't think mixing them into uncooked meringue is such a good idea, so I don't want to do that. Also, they don't taste like much, and I want those to taste good. So instead, what I had was dry apricots because I eat a lot of it, and I had it. No, I don't eat a lot of it, but it's something that I like, so I stock up on it. So I chopped some pecans and half a cup of dried apricots. That is what I'm going to mix into. And I also got some pecan halves that I kept and that I will add on top of the little scoop to look like the picture. So apart from that, pretty simple recipe. Does require candy thermometer, which I don't like. but it's fine. Also, it asks for vanilla extract, but somehow, there is already vanilla in the corn syrup, which I don't understand, and I'm pretty pissed about. Why? But anyway, that means that there is already vanilla in there. Maybe it's just faint, but I don't like vanilla, so I'm not going to put even more of it in it. So I'm not going to. But from that, it will take the whites of 2 large eggs, and the yolks of the said eggs will be used for the other recipes, which is the unemployment pudding. Because cakes are complicated lately. I don't know, I think I discovered I just don't like cakes all that much, which sucks because most of the bakes that I have left in my difficult baggie are cakes. But this is a problem for tomorrow me. So today Divinity, probably tomorrow the pudding. Okay, let's do this. I'll give it to you. The ratio of sugar to egg white is pretty wild, and that is probably why it actually thickened up, which I didn't think was possible, and now I think I waited a little too long, but whatever. I think I can salvage this. It was like beat until it thickens up. It may take 8 to 10 minutes, so like I was like, oh okay, I'm just going to leave the mixer on high and go about my day and come back in like 5 minutes, you know, and now it's all stuck on the edge, and yeah, so yeah, kinda sucks. But it's candy that I don't really need to pay for, which is nice, I guess. It's weird. Honestly, I'm gonna do that with my hands. At least taste-wise, it can be bad. You know, it's like meringue and apricot and pecans. It can be bad. But then now I see that it's candy, you know. I truly think that if I leave it to dry for 12 hours, something's gonna happen. It feels very Christmassy. I think I like that. Alright, I'm not gonna scoop it up because that's not gonna work. So instead I'm going to make little balls by hand. Honestly, I do not think the pecan house will work on top, so I'm just not going to. So it's not gonna look like the picture, like at all. The good thing is, since I don't bake them, I know they're not gonna spread, so I can put them very close to each other. It's not gonna be a problem, you know. Alright, they're done. They're not looking really like the picture, but you know what? It's not the first time. So I'm going to put them in the oven so they're, you know, protected, and let them dry and use the time to rest a bit. I'll see you in enough hours that it's dry, I think it's gonna taste good. Let's see then. Alright, been around 12 hours. I do not actually count, but like, supposed to be sleeping right now, and my body is not cooperating, so might as well eat some candy. This is what they look like. I cannot remember after I finished them that they were supposed to be a tablespoon, so I think those are a little big, so they might take a little longer to dry. So I'm gonna try one of the smallest. It's interesting. Very sweet, obviously. And you tastes like sugar and pecans and dry apricots, which is not a bad taste. A little weird. Fine. I don't know if I would recommend them, but I'm running out of candy and stores are closed because public holiday. So it sucks. It's the spot. Alright, I'll see you next for unemployment pudding. Bye!